Hello and welcome along to this preview here on Tungsten Tales for the 2025 Dutch Darts Masters, the second World Series event of the year. We kicked things off with the Bahrain Darts Masters just last week over in Bahrain, of course, and we are now here arriving at the second event of the year over in Den Bosch. We've got another of the 8 top players in the PDC, and they will be taking on the best of the rest, the Benelux representatives, those from the Netherlands and Belgium, to take on the best of the PDC. The draw has now been confirmed ahead of this evening's tournament, and the tournament gets underway at 6 p.m. UK time. The first round tonight, with tomorrow evening hosting the quarters, semis, and the final, much like the opening event in Bahrain. So without further ado, let's have a little look at what the draw has in store for us. So the draw is as follows. The number 1 seed on the World Series Order of Merit, that is Stephen Bunting, due to his win over in Bahrain last week. He takes on Jan van Veen, hugely impressive young star from the Netherlands, had a very good couple of years, seems to be in the position to qualify for many of the TV events now, and he takes on the current reigning Masters champion Stephen Bunting in the opening round. A tough tie for the Bullet over just 11 legs, and certainly could expect a win for the Dutchman in that one. Chris Dobie, back in the Premier League, he takes on the former Premier League champion Raymond van Barneveld, 5-time world champion RVB. Back in the Netherlands, we know he always gets an absolutely fantastic reception in his home country, and you never know how much that might play into proceedings for Dobie. So another tough match, I feel, there for the Premier League star. We then look at Luke Littler, number 4 seed at the moment in this year's World Series Order of Merit. He takes on the former UK Open, the current reigning UK Open champion, Dimitri Vandenberg, in his opener. Dimitri's form over the last 18 months or so hasn't been what he would hope it would be, but Littler will be looking to get the job done and get the season off with a first win of the year, of the season, even though obviously his World Championship win did come on the 3rd of January. And completing the top half of the draw, it's Michael van Gerwen against Dirk van Dijvenbode in an all-Dutch tie. Van Gerwen obviously wasn't in Bahrain last week, but he returned here at Den Bosch for his first event of the season. A hugely encouraging season for Dirk van Dijvenbode last year, and he'll be looking to add more titles in the PDC this time around. As we enter the bottom half of the draw, you've got Gerwyn Price, number 2 seed on the World Series Order of Merit. He takes on Danny Noppert. Noppert not had a fantastic time of it last year on the PDC tour, but Price starting things really, really well this time around. A final in Bahrain, as I say, quarterfinals at the World Championships, and that renewed attitude seems to be there at the moment for the Welshman. He'll have to beat Danny Noppert in the opening round to continue that run. And he will face in the quarterfinals the winner of Nathan Aspinall and Kevin Doots. This is probably the only case where I would make Nathan Aspinall maybe an underdog in this one. We know how much he likes being an underdog, and Kevin Doots' run at the PDC World Championships to the last 16 means his form is on a real high at the moment. And Nathan Aspinall, despite that quarterfinal run at the PDC World Championships, has a little bit of work to do in 2025. Of course, we'll be defending the World Match Play later this year. He's in the Premier League, so he's got those to look forward to. He's on all the European tours as well, but a tough test at the hands of Kevin Doots over in Den Bosch. We'll then look at the former world champion and now number 3 seed Luke Humphries, as he takes on the informed Jermaine Wattermina. Wattermina was hotly tipped to defeat Peter Wright at the PDC World Darts Championships, but wasn't able to do so. But nevertheless, his form in the last 6 to 8 months has been absolutely superb, and he will fancy his chances against Humphries. But Humphries looked really up for it last week in Bahrain, and looks like he wants to kick things off this year with a win on the World Series. He's obviously got a couple more events to do it. We've got the first Pro Tours and obviously the first major event of the season coming in the next couple of weeks as well. Humphreys will be looking to get one of those tournaments under his belt. And we round out the draw with Rob Cross against Richard Veenstra. Veenstra, the late inclusion in this one, ahead of Mike DECKER, who we'll get to in just a second. Cross fell early at last week's Bahrain Darts Masters to Paolo Nebreda, one of the qualifiers, of course. He'll be looking to not make the same mistake twice as he faces the former BDO quarter-finalist. So we will quickly run through everything else we've got involved in this year's Dutch Darts Masters. It's an event that's being run for the third time, I believe. And the reigning champion is back, of course, this year in Michael van Gerwen. So, yeah, the first round is the best of 11 legs, as I say, with it being upped in the semi-final stages to best of 13 and best of 15 in the final. The same format as the European Tours, same format as last week in Bahrain as well. And the prize money consists of £100,000 with £30,000 to the winner. So a drop in the ocean, really, for these top PDC stars, but the Dutch in particular will be looking to get their seasons off with a big win in front of their home crowd. Luke Humphreys, I say, looks really up for this. So, big tournament in the context of the season, as this can give you so much confidence going forward into those first few Pro Tours and the first major of the season, which is the Masters next week in Milton Keynes. I said we have a little chat about Mike DECKER, and we will. You'll notice that Mike DECKER not in the draw for this year's Dutch Darts Open, and he was invited, but Richard Veenstra being included instead. And he had some sort of assessments of the Dutch Darts Masters that he made on a Belgian podcast last week, and I'll read you some of the comments now. He's been involved in pretty much every event since his World Grand Prix victory in October, but he said the World Series is not a tournament I was looking forward to anyway, and certainly not the one in the Netherlands. If you get invited, then you want to be in Bahrain or Australia. At least those are nice countries. Of all the places where tournaments are, you don't want to be invited to Den Bosch. I mean, that's not going to do DECKER a huge amount of favours, you would imagine, going forward. He's already fumed at his lack of invitation to the Premier League, to not be involved in the World Series, and say that he wasn't really bothered about an invite to the Dutch Darts Masters. Down the line, when we make it to the likes of Australia, Copenhagen, and future World Series events, even the World Series finals, who knows if DECKER is going to get an invite, and maybe the comments that he has made might play into some of the decisions made by the PDC. So let us know what you think about the comments being made by DECKER and how you think they'll impact his future in these sort of events, these invitational events. Don't forget to drop those comments, like and subscribe on the YouTube channel. And if you've not joined us on TikTok before, we're live streaming there every single day. So you can catch us over on TikTok as well. Thank you very much for watching Darts Daily once again. It's been a great start to the series in 2025, and we hope to continue that for the coming weeks as the dart season gets fully underway. Thank you very much for watching again, and we'll see you very, very soon.